Is that what I think it is? Is that a blimp? I did not know that was there. Then again, I haven't been on this server for a few days. What's up, Agent Zero here? Welcome back to another episode of NewLands SMP. I realize I haven't been uploading for the past few days. That's because I've been doing some stuff off camera. The main thing that I was trying to do was try to update Minecraft to 1.2.10, I do believe is the update, which I apparently had so much trouble doing that because I had so much space taken up by other things on my tablet. But I'm back, and then yesterday, technically 2 days ago for you guys watching, if you're watching the day it's upload, we had a winter advisory coming in, so my family decided to do grocery shopping when I wanted to actually record, so yeah, that's why that didn't happen. But anyway, I'm back. This is episode 8 of NewLands SMP, and if you remember last time, I was actually over at Matt's place setting up a tree farm for him because he's in the mesa biome and getting wood for him is not exactly all that easy. This episode, this is actually something that I was planning on originally doing the day Matt wanted me to help him with the tree farm, which honestly I don't mind helping him with that. I mean, I can understand why he needs a tree farm. I don't mind helping him with that, but what I'm actually going to be doing today is what I had originally planned to do on that episode, and that's actually doing a little bit of a world tour. Now, there's been a lot of things that have been going on. There have been quite a few builds going up since the series ended up starting, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to get to everyone's bases because I don't know where everyone's base actually is, and I'm definitely not going to make my way over to Matt's base all the way over there in this episode because A, I was technically over there not too long ago, and B, well, it's kind of out of the way. It's going to take a while in order to get over there. And is that what I think it is? Is that a blimp? I did not know that was there. Then again, I haven't been on this server for a few days. So anyway, what we're going to be doing is, like I said, we're going to be touring a few different places, and I honestly don't know whose base is whose, unfortunately. So the rest of the SMP members, hello, can probably help me with that down in the description. Not the description, the comments. But I am doing a world tour of everyone's place, so, or at least everyone that I can actually manage to get to. So we've got ourselves, I want to say, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think this is Mike. I'm not entirely sure. But apparently he's got some sort of tower going on over here. He's got himself some sort of building that he's working on over here. Again, I don't know too much about what in fact is happening as far as everyone else is concerned. I've been kind of out of the loop for the past few days. I've been working on some other stuff. Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting to see. Now, I'm wondering exactly who put together that little blimp. I'm actually going to... after seeing that, I think I'm actually going to do something similar at some point, because that looks like an interesting project to take on. I don't know who did that, but that's really cool. I like that. So let's see, what else is there to this base? Let's take a look, and okay, let's see. Yeah, I was right. This is in fact Mike's place, and this apparently is his shout-out room, as far as I can tell, where when he does an episode, he gives a shout out to one of the people that follows him, which is actually relatively cool. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough people following me or actually watching my videos to warrant me having to do that. So yeah, good job on what you're actually currently working on. It looks really good. So this right here is actually something that's been here for quite a while. This is the community wheat farm. And I gotta say, they actually did a relatively good job. Now, one thing that I want to go ahead and mention is this little guy right here. I actually put him in there myself. I don't know if anyone, someone probably noticed that he was there, but it was actually me that did that. So yeah, next we are gonna take a look at this right here. This is really not too much, but it is our melon/pumpkin farm. I don't really remember who was to put this together. I think it might have been Wither. I'm not 100% sure. But the fact we've got melons and pumpkins growing and we can access them whenever we want is actually really cool. So next up we have over here, we've got ourselves something that just recently got added. We've got ourselves a new member to the server. This is Husky Gaming, and he decided to go ahead and build a little bit of a statue, which I think I recognize this particular statue from an episode of OMG Craft. I'm pretty sure Husky can probably confirm that if possible. So yeah, there's that going on. That's actually kind of cool. It's actually underneath somewhat of Mitch's house. Now Mitch, I'm going to be completely honest, I had a little bit of issues with Mitch when we first started off, and hey Mitch, sorry that I may have blocked the view, but it's for the community. Okay, so apparently Husky did something with Mitch's place, which is a bit unfortunate. Anyway, the problem I had with Mitch to start the series off with, I'm not saying that I still have this problem, but when I started off, he was always constantly coming into my house, trying to sleep in my bed and taking advantage of my little view platform from my house, which I think I probably should do something about and give him a viewing platform of his own. I think he might appreciate that. He might like that. But you know what? Other than that, him and I, we actually get together, get well together. Not too bad now. That came out weird, I know. So right here, what we have, this is a windmill, and I do believe, if I remember correctly, this was actually put together by MCPE Matt, I think is who it was. So yeah, this is the windmill that he put together, and looks nice. Unfortunately, I wish we would be able to go up into the actual tower itself. That would be nice, but I'm sure Matt has his reasons why he didn't, so I'm not going to say whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Over here, this is something I honestly do not recognize, but I have a feeling I know what it is. Someone said something about putting together an iron farm, which is actually not too bad of a thing for us to have. And yeah, this is definitely going to end up being an iron farm. I can tell that right now, just based on the amount of doors. Now, the only issue that we are going to have is actually getting villagers up here. That's just an issue I know we're going to have, because I know for a fact we're going to need villagers in order to do that. So right here we've got ourselves, ooh, someone's starting to put in street lamps. That's actually kind of cool. I like the way that looks. Although personally I would like them better if they turned on at night using daylight systems. That actually would make a lot more sense. So anyway, what we have right here, this is another thing that I haven't really recognized. I've actually been offline on this server for quite some time, so I don't recognize a few of the things that are going on, but I know some of the things inside of here. If you guys don't remember, this is my personal shop that I put together, and I'm just kind of curious. Oh, someone actually bought some books from me. I'll go ahead and take those diamonds gladly. So let's see, do we have any more payments recently? No, it doesn't look like it. Clownfish, pufferfish that I kind of expected. And someone bought all my fish. That's actually not too bad. I'll take that gladly. I'll have to restock at some point. So yeah, we've got ourselves 6 diamonds, 14 iron. That's actually not too bad. So next up we have whoever this build is supposed to be. I am not entirely sure what this actually is, but I like the outside of it. That actually looks really cool. And before I continue on with this tour, I'm actually gonna head home and get some sleep, because it is now starting to turn dark, and I really don't want to have to do this tour in the dark for obvious reasons, because mobs obviously come out. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so moving right along, I just got back from home from sleeping, and what we have right here, this is our community sugarcane farm by GMAX, and basically this is redstone powered, and the redstone itself is not all that complicated. The only thing that's going on is that these observers are detecting when the sugarcane grow, and then redstone pulses and fires pretty much all the pistons, and then all the sugarcane comes out down right here, which apparently it doesn't have any. Maybe someone's been taking it. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been on the server for a while, so I don't necessarily know. So let's see. We've got ourselves a few armor stands, which I did not notice since last time. So let's see what's going on. Join the Republic today. Whether Mike play. Okay, so they've got something going on regarding like some sort of rivalry between. Well, it is mainly between Wither and Matt, but other people have joined in. I want to stay neutral as long as possible because I personally don't like conflict. It's just me personally. So right in here we have Mozart Shop, which I've actually shopped here once or twice in the past. So basically what this shop is, he's been selling things like enchanted books. He's been selling bows, and one thing that I've been here twice in his shop for is actually buying redstone, which I'm actually waiting until he stocks in some more because I feel like it would be unfair to leave someone else with the opportunity to get that. Okay, so over here we actually have ourselves in, looks like someone's been digging down here, and that might have been there before, I'm not entirely sure. So over here, this is the community fishing hole. This I actually put together in a few episodes ago. It came out weird, I know that. And apparently someone's been taking the gravel down at the bottom. I'm gonna have to fix that because I did that to simulate an ocean, and something that I did end up doing is I put in a couple of furnaces in here, which it looks like someone took all the coal out of. Okay, someone could be willing to supply those furnaces with coal. That would be much appreciated because I'm sure everyone would like to be able to use that. Okay, so what we have right here, this is something I think to do with the Republic. Yeah, the NewLands Republic, I was right. So, help me stop the evil MCP Matt. I wouldn't necessarily say Matt is evil. I wouldn't necessarily say anyone in the server is actually evil. I'd rather be friends with everyone. That's kind of how I roll. So anyway, this is another shop. This is, I'm not entirely sure whose shop this is, but this is basically a tools and weapons shop, and it looks like they converted it to an all-around other kind of shop. This was originally a weapon shop, and it looks like they still have the wooden stuff from before, so it's not like much has changed on that. So let's see, I'm assuming this sign right here is going to say whose shop this is. Yeah, Mike's shop. Okay, so apparently he's selling food there now. So over here, actually before I go over there, I should probably take care of this skeleton. There we go. So over here, this is actually TGC's place. So he's actually been doing a little bit of work on the exterior. He put down, so basically he extended the pond into like a little bit of a river, if it can be considered that. He actually asked me specifically, well, not really me specifically, but if anyone had any lily pads, and I did, so I provided for him. I'm more than happy to do that. So this is TGC's place, and it is actually not finished as of yet. He's still technically working on it. But so far, I'm actually liking the design. The water that he has in the center, that actually looks kind of cool. Now, as far as how finished this place is, I am not 100% sure. I can definitely see he's got a hole right up there, if I can aim my cursor correctly. Looks like he's got a few holes in the floor. That's probably not too hard to patch. And here's his upstairs, which he's actually got his bed. He's got his crafting table, furnace. Looks like he's been working on the top of it, which is actually kind of cool. And And he's got this little patio-like thing up on the second floor, which is actually kind of nice. It looks really good. Now, the next place we're actually going to be going to is actually Mozart's Place. Now, I actually did a collab with Mozart recently. However, I did not do any of the recording because I had another recording that I wanted to do the day he needed help. And I will explain exactly what it was that I did with him. His channel will actually be down in the description just with everyone else's. If I can figure out exactly where I need to go to get the... sorry, I can't talk for some reason. If I can figure out where I need to go to get there, that'd be great. So yeah, this is actually how we get to Mozart's Place, and I'll be showing that in a moment, but first, we're actually over here at the community tree farm. Now, this is where all the trees are grown on the server, apart from Matt's for obvious reasons, because he needs to grow them out in the Mesa biome. So, next up is, obviously, as I mentioned, this is going to be the place to Mozart's. Now, here's what was going on between me and Mozart, and Gmax was actually part of this episode as well. So, you see this path that we have going on. He wanted to do a pathway between his place and Spawn, which I can understand that he wanted that to happen. And he asked for a little bit of help, and I was more than willing to go ahead and do that for him. And this is just simply the path to his place, and there's actually his house right there. And it looks like he's got himself a nice little wheat farm going right here that's actually not too bad. So this is the exact same guy, so it looks like, yeah, so Velocity has been on the server asking people if they need help with projects, she's been leaving signs a few places. So yeah, this is basically Mozart's Place, and I'm actually kind of curious how much coal does he have in each of his furnaces. I'm not gonna take any of it. So it looks like he's got quite a bit. Mozart, I hope this isn't too much to ask, but maybe donate some of your coal to the community fishing hole. That would be actually nice, because then anyone can use those furnaces at any given time, because you've got plenty of coal. I think that probably wouldn't be too hard for you to do. If you have any objections to actually donating, you want to keep the coal for yourself, well, that's your choice. I'm not going to argue either way, but just something to think about. Okay, so next up on our list, well, my list anyway, this is actually Sobeys Place, and again, I don't know where everybody's place is. I'm only going to places that I know where they are, apart from Matt's for the reason I already said. So if the rest of the members could help me out and tell me where your place actually is, so I can do an actual proper tour, that'd be absolutely great, because I'd love to show everyone that's watching where everyone's place is. So to get to Sobeys Place, and actually on the way there, we're going to take a look at that, because that's something that I haven't seen before. Then again, as I already mentioned, I haven't been on the server for a few days. I don't know whose build this is. This might be Husky's, because he's one of the newest members on the server. He was added since the last time I've been on the server. So let's see. It's good, just don't go down. So apparently this looks like it might be Husky's place. I'm not entirely sure. Someone please correct me down in the comments section. So yeah, this is what this place looks like apparently. I have not been in here before, but what I see so far looks pretty good. I like the crisscrossing of the logs. It actually looks kind of cool. Now, Sobeys Place, which is where I was initially trying to go, is actually down in here, and I think Selby, you should probably do something about creating a really good way to get to your place, because there's not like any good path. I mean, I know you've been trying to keep to yourself a few times, but I think the others would appreciate it. So yeah, this is actually Sobeys Place right here, and Sobeys actually got a skeleton spawner in this place, which you can see right here. There's all these skeletons in here. I don't know how it works, but I know it's making use of an actual spawner block. That's all I know. So inside here is actually the basement of Sobeys. I don't know exactly what Sobeys trying to do. I know this is actually a semi-automatic wheat farm. We've got ourselves a non-mac smelter, which that's actually kind of cool. But other than that, I don't really see much else going on in Sobeys Place. And this is actually Sobeys Nether portal, which, if you remember, when I think it was Mitch and I, when we went off to the Nether, when we went through my Nether portal, we actually ended up coming out of Sobeys portal because apparently our two portals are so close together in the Nether that apparently the game thinks they're the same portal. I don't understand how that works, to be completely honest, but you know what, it is what it is. But other than that, I think I've covered every place that I'm actually aware of. So again, for the rest of you SMP members, if you could kindly help me out as far as where everyone else's place is, that would be actually great. Oh, wait a minute. I actually missed one particular place, and that's actually directly in front of me. I'm not going to go there right now. I'd actually rather go home and go to sleep before I do that. So, I'll be right back. This shouldn't take long at all. Okay, so we're actually on our way to whoever's this place is. Again, I really should be paying more attention to who's doing what on the server, but, well, I've been mainly focusing on what I've been doing with my other series and stuff, so it looks like, okay, so this is actually Wither's place, so it's a good thing he managed to mark that off, and he's got himself twin, all those smelters, which is actually kind of nice. He looks like he's smelting himself a bit of food, which is actually not too bad. Looks like he's got himself some fish going on. Does he have anything in? Okay, he's been smelting a lot of smooth stone. Apparently, stone bricks is something that's common. So this is Wither's place, as I already mentioned, and I don't know what he has planned for this place. I'll be completely honest. I don't know really what everyone's plan is for their places. I'll be completely honest. But this is actually not too bad. Now, something I am curious about, if I look inside of this, the only reason I'm looking in this particular chest is simply because I'm curious about the music discs. I actually wouldn't mind having maybe another music disc or two. I'm not going to just straight up take from Wither because that would not be a nice thing for me to do, but I honestly wouldn't mind maybe having a music disc or two from him. Maybe we could strike like maybe a deal or something. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is that I can actually showcase as far as this server is concerned. And so that's where I'm going to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Juice Stews. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.